Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Watch for a detailed look at your Colorado forecast. And we've got a whole lot of kind of colder temperatures and even some mountain snow to talk about. For now, that will be changing very quickly, especially by Wednesday when we get back into the 80s in Denver. But for now, we've got some of those snowy sights still. You got to go way up there in a few spots, and most of that snow is already kind of melted on off. This is from the Rocky Mountain National Park Alpine Visitor Center, where we did pick up in some spots actually a couple of inches of wet and slushy snow. Most of that, as I mentioned, though, already starting to melt on off. But hey, just a reminder that winter is just around the corner. Meantime, here in Denver, no snow which to speak of, though we can get it this time of year. Just hasn't really happened a whole lot in the last few years. Meantime, for us here in Denver, it is sunny and temperatures right around 7 degrees. So it is a, I would say, picture perfect day for many of us in the Front Range urban corridor. Mountains a little bit on the chilly side. 46 for us in Steamboat Springs, 48 in Kremling. So those typical colder spots, including Leadville at 10,000 feet at 45 degrees, and Alamosa in the San Luis Valley at 69 right now. But those temperatures have really bottomed on off over the course of the last 24 hours. You might remember yesterday we got up to 88 degrees in Denver. No such, well, worries about that, at least if you don't like the heat. Those temperatures, again, about 20 plus degrees cooler than they were this time yesterday. Temperatures today getting up into the upper 60s and low 70s for us in the eastern plains, including the urban corridor. The mountains only topping out in the 40s and 50s. So there it is. Again, that bit more of a fall-like feel on this Monday. And by the way, the second to last full day of summer. Officially, fall does begin on Wednesday. Meantime, some of that cloud cover from our trailing cold front. This is mostly a dry cold front to bring a little bit of a kind of spritz, a shower or two into far eastern Colorado earlier on this morning, but that is long gone at this point, and we may still see a shower storm or two along the Palmer Divide this afternoon and this evening. That would be the main spot to watch for any possible showers, and then a few more may try and push the way east of Denver overnight and into your Tuesday morning. I would say 90% of us, 95% of us should stay dry, but again, don't be too surprised if along the Palmer Divide we do see a shower or two, maybe a rumble of thunder again along the Palmer Divide. And then east of Denver, late tonight and through early tomorrow, we do have the chance for a shower or storm. Now for tonight, those temperatures drop back in the low to mid 40s for us in Denver. That'll be the big story. And also those winds still howling about 10 to 20 miles an hour with that northerly wind pushing in some of that more frigid air. And by the way, yeah, today that sun will set before 7 p.m. Yesterday marked the final 7 p.m. sunset until next March the 13th. So wave goodbye to those 7 p.m. sunsets for a good, almost 6 months until next March. So that forecast as we get through tomorrow, really once we get past that slight chance for a shower storm today, tonight, and overnight, we're going to be bone dry here, folks, in Colorado, probably until next week. So we're going to be looking at a good week plus of dry weather, and that's going to cover the entire state. Forecast highs for tomorrow: 69 in Denver, 53 in Winter Park, and upper 60s and low 70s for us along the eastern plains. Again, the mountains, upper 50s and low 60s will do it for the majority of us. And looking around town, 68 Aurora, 66 Castle Rock, 70 Longmont, 65 Golden. So those temperatures, generally speaking, running about 10 degrees below average for today and tomorrow. Average high for today, for September the 20th, is 78 degrees. So we're going to be running, again, a good 10 degrees or so below average. But as quickly as that colder air pushes in, it moves on out of here. By tomorrow, a big ridge of high pressure starts to build in from the south and west. And folks, this one's going to kind of park out its park chair and sit here for a little while. This one ain't going anywhere, and this is going to keep us hot and dry for basically the remainder of the week. Maybe a little blip in that on your Friday, but otherwise we are going to be, again, staying on the dry side and on the hot side for this time of year. I mentioned that average high is 78. We'll be above that once we get past tomorrow, really for the rest of the week and through the upcoming weekend. And I mentioned this earlier on this morning, and I kind of lied. I said last weekend might be the final pool weekend of the year. This looks like a pool weekend if you want to take out the jet ski or, I don't know, any of those summer-like outdoor activities. This weekend looks picture perfect for them with those temperatures topping out in the mid-80s both days this weekend, and sunny skies expected both days. And again, once we get past tonight and early tomorrow, our chances for any sort of rain pretty much zilch. We're going to be looking at, again, mostly beautiful weather over the next little while. And I see Ray writing in, let's go Broncos. I think we can all agree on that one. We might disagree a little bit on whether or not we like this forecast. Some of you might like it, some of you might not. There's always, again, weather subjective, of course. So there's going to be that, some of you that might like this forecast, some of you that might not. Taking a look at some of those comments there. And again, I do think that the majority of us are pretty A-okay with this forecast. I'll say it myself. I'm pretty okay with this as well, especially for tomorrow morning. If you're a big runner like myself, this forecast should be nice with those temperatures, generally in the upper 40s and low 50s during those morning hours. All right. Hopefully you've enjoyed this detailed Colorado weather forecast. Again, once we get past tonight, tomorrow, we're going to be staying dry for the remainder of the week and through the upcoming weekend. Our next chance for rain, not until next week. In fact, I really don't see anything in the next 7 to 10 days that does look all that promising in terms of any sort of rain and mountain snowfall. So taking those last snowy images from the mountains before they go away. I'm meteorologist Chris Bianchi in the 9 News Weather Center.